Hi, Isha.
Hi, Isha. Hello.
I want to ask about trust, how to trust more, and especially how to trust fully that life is on my side. That how to trust fully the love of life.
Okay, sit down. You know, the thing is you have to cultivate such a strong experience. You don't feel fragile. It doesn't matter what comes. You feel powerful. And you know you can flow with life. It's not that everything's going to come exactly as you wish. It's not that something won't go wrong. Or people won't die. Or something will happen. It's this absolute knowing in who you are. And certainty that everything that's coming is pushing you into more consciousness, more greatness. So where does that come from? There's one simple word. Well, there's two actually. Firstly, consciousness, and second, surrender. Because if you surrender to the moment, there's never anything wrong. We think it's wrong because we're fighting against our reality. I wanted it to look like this. I wanted it to be like that. My way. I expected, that's one of the big words, no? But I expected, and you have to let all that go. You have to see that your duality is always changing. The only thing permanent is you. Your consciousness. And let go of expectation. So it's not that you're trusting in life. You're trusting in you. And this is the ultimate control, no? I am responsible for everything that transpires, because whatever transpires is my creation. And I have a choice in each moment how I'm going to be. I can fight against reality, or I can surrender. I can attach, or I can let go. You have to see very clearly all the areas that make you suffer. It's always attachment, desire, and expectations. It's always the same. If you just go yes and surrender, oh, an opportunity to be the best of me, then you don't feel fragile. You don't feel fragile. Doesn't mean you won't break, but it doesn't mean you're fragile, because you're much more than this. And that's the beauty of life. The uncertainty. If it was all organised and planned, how boring. Yeah, it's the excitement of change. For me, anyway.
I wanted to ask about black. This year I wanted to focus in being more abundant. But unifying came a lot, but that sometimes when people invite me to their homes, I feel I have to give back what they are giving me, but I'm giving back not from gratitude, but that I have to pay because I don't deserve it. And I feel I'm a person that has a lot of ideas about projects, but when I have to look for money for that, it doesn't flow, as if I'm asking for that like out of pity or something.
You know, the thing is, you're focused on what's wrong.
La cosa es que te estás enfocando en lo que está mal.
What's missing?
¿Qué es lo que te falta?
Nothing.
Nada.
You're here.
Estás aquí.
Everything's perfect in this
Todo
moment.
en este momento es perfecto.
And it's just what I'm talking
Y
about.
es eso justamente de lo que estoy hablando.
You have an idea
Tú tienes una idea
of how it should look.
de cómo tendría que ser.
You're not appreciating what you
Y
have.
no estás apreciando lo que tienes.
You're not appreciating your
No
consciousness.
estás apreciando tu conciencia.
And you have to focus on praise, love and
Y tienes
gratitude.
que enfocarte en alabanza por
But
gratitud.
instead you're comparing.
Pero en vez de eso te estás comparando.
You know, if you want to do
Si
something,
tú quieres hacer algo,
move into action
ponte en acción
and
y
trust.
confía.
But you have to be clear.
Pero tienes que estar
If you
claro.
move into action like
Porque
this,
si te pones en acción así,
oh, I'm never going to get the money.
nunca voy a
I'm never
conseguir
going to
dinero.
create
Nunca voy a
anything.
crear
I feel
nada.
poor.
Me siento pobre.
What will you create?
¿Qué vas a crear?
Nothing.
Nada.
You have to be clear.
Tú tienes
Have
que
a
estar
clear
clara,
vision.
tener una visión
And once you
clara.
have that
Y
vision,
una vez que tengas
you have
esa
to be
visión,
open
tienes que estar abierta.
to say yes.
Abierta a decir que sí.
You have to be here.
Tienes que estar aquí en tu
Because you've got all
corazón.
these roles in your
Porque
head,
tú
no?
tienes estos roles en tu cabeza.
You know, and it's not true.
Y eso no es verdad.
The universe is always trying to bring you
El
everything.
universo está siempre tratando de traer.
But you've got so many
Pero
circles,
tienes tantos surcos
you're sabotaging
que
everything.
estás saboteando todo.
So, where do you start?
Entonces, ¿por dónde se empieza?
Firstly,
Primero,
you focus on
te enfocas en
consciousness
la conciencia
and you eradicate this.
y vas a erradicar esto.
Secondly,
Segundo,
you move into
te
action
pones en acción
and you have a big yes.
con un gran sí.
But don't be fixed on how it needs to look.
Pero no estés fija en cómo tiene que verse, cómo tiene
Flow.
que ser. Simplemente fluye.
Be open.
Estate abierta.
Be in appreciation.
Estate en apreciación.
Quiero preguntarte acerca de la imagen.
I want to ask you about the image.
Yo estoy muy apegada a la imagen.
I'm
Really?
very attached to my image. No. Sí. ¿En serio?
I never guessed.
Nunca hubiera adivinado.
Y ahora estoy como súper metida en mi carrera de modelo.
And now I'm very into my career as a model.
¿Cómo hacer para
Very what?
In my career as a model. She's a professional model.
Oh, yeah.
Y
¿Qué modelas? Ropa.
sí,
Oh.
comerciales.
Or advertising, publicities.
Quiero preguntarte porque yo siento que es una trampa.
And I want to ask you because it's an easy trap to fall into.
Y como que quiero soltar eso.
And I want to let go of that.
You know, the thing is, it's your job.
La cosa es que es tu trabajo.
So you have to be the best of who you
Así
are.
que en eso tienes que ser lo mejor de quien
And
eres.
obviously, everything has to be
Y
perfect,
obviamente todo tiene que ser perfecto.
especially if you're being a model.
Especialmente si tienes que ser
In
una
France.
modelo en Francia.
I mean, come on, that's like the highest you can
Es como
do.
el top de lo que puede ser.
But you've got to stop comparing.
Pero tienes que dejar de comparar.
You just have to be the best of
Solo
you.
tienes que hacer lo mejor de ti misma.
Because what comes through
Porque lo que sale a través tuyo
is what's
es
important.
lo más importante.
And that's your
Y
consciousness.
esa va a ser tu conciencia.
You have to decide what's the most
Tú
important
tienes que
thing.
decidir qué es lo más importante.
What you're being
Aquello que estás siendo
or how you're looking.
o cómo te estás viendo.
Huh? Because how you're
Porque
being
el cómo estás
is
siendo
what defines the top models.
es lo que define a los modelos top.
They're all
Porque
beautiful,
todas son hermosas.
all of them.
Todas ellas.
But some of them have something more,
Pero
no?
algunas de ellas tienen algo más.
They have a chispa.
Tienen como una chispa.
And you have
Y
consciousness.
tú tienes
So you can
conciencia.
have that chispa.
Así que tú puedes tener esa chispa sparkle.
But that comes from within.
Pero eso va a venir desde dentro tuyo.
It doesn't come from the
No va a
outside.
venir de la afuera.
So you have to trust in that.
Así que tienes que confiar en eso.
And don't be so critical.
Y no seas tan crítica.
Don't be critical of yourself.
No seas crítica contigo.
And have fun.
Y diviértete con eso.
Have fun.
Diviértete.
You know, it's a hard world, I imagine.
Me imagino que es un mundo difícil, duro.
Good.
Qué bueno.
Enjoy.
Disfrútalo.
Hola, Isha.
Hi.
Oye, yo te quiero preguntar.
I want to ask
si
you,
nos puedes hablar un poco
can
de
you
cómo,
talk about
disfrutar lo
how
que
to
tenemos?
enjoy what we
Porque a
have?
veces caigo en
Because
sentirme
sometimes I
mediocre
feel mediocre
si siento que no estoy haciendo algo más.
if I feel that I'm not doing
Y
something
sentirme
else.
no
And I get lost and I don't appreciate what I do have.
That's an internal experience.
Esa es una experiencia interior.
Because there's always people with more.
Porque siempre va a haber personas con más.
More beauty,
más belleza,
more money,
más dinero,
more riches,
más riquezas,
more speed, more intelligence, more youth, more beauty, more children, more, always. It's like that. You know, as soon as you buy something, it's outdated. Okay, so you have to appreciate you. Because that's where the security comes from. And really appreciate what you have. Because we take it for granted. And we're so focused on consuming because we're trying to fill an emptiness. And that emptiness can only be filled with consciousness. Only with consciousness. So in each moment, you have to be living in praise, love and gratitude. And that's what the facets are for. Really focus on that. Not on what's missing. Or what you think's missing. Because nothing's ever missing. It's always an idea in our heads. You know, and that's why people suffer. People are always suffering because nothing's ever enough. Because they're not enough. And you have to see the trick now. You have to see the mind when it starts comparing. Yeah? And appreciate what you have. I feel very nervous in this moment. 3 days trying to ask you something. As a child also I was very nervous talking in public. My question is related to that. In these days in unification I felt my fear to my strength, to my power. I feel how myself, I make myself smaller when I start feeling that force. I feel as if I don't deserve, or I'm not allowed, or something like this. A big fear that puts me down. Or I have a fear in how the other ones will react. In front of that. You know, the greatest freedom is the freedom to be you. And powerful women from this age are told to behave, don't be so loud, be more feminine, Forget it. Push. You don't want to be that little person anymore. You want to be you. So how do you look when you embrace your power? You're not going to stand there and go, I'm very nervous. It took me 3 days to talk to you. I'm falling asleep, huh? Oh, yeah. You stand up and you say, you know, I'm nervous. It took me 3 days. Facet. And you start pushing. Push. That's the only way to change. It's like you're giving birth to yourself. That's it. The new me. Pretend you're that person already. You know, watch episodes of Wonder Woman. You know, look for people that inspire you. Look at these things. Not Cinderella. I'm making fun. And I'm very proud that you push yourself. But really push. And let go of all these ideas. No, maybe it's because I don't love myself. Or maybe it's because... Maybe it's all of that. But who cares? It's not important. No more. Consciousness, push. Yeah? Because you're a big woman. You You've got important eyebrows.
Y tiene cejas importantes.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Eso es lo único que se necesita.
Look at my
también.
cejas.
Mira mis cejas.
I can't do that.
Mira, yo no puedo hacer
With these?
con estas cejas. No puedo.
Think Frida Kahlo.
Sí, Frida Kahlo. Hola.
Te quería preguntar.
I want to ask you.
Es que
Preguntar. I love the
Entonces,
mi pregunta es que
my question is,
desde que estoy practicando el sistema,
since I practice the system and with all that I'm doing the 6 months and all that,
tengo todo
It's just tu título, ¿no? I did this. Yeah.
más o menos con respecto a
yeah,
eso tiene que ver.
about that is related the question.
Yo veo,
I see
tengo como toda la teoría,
that I have all the theory, everything. I know myself, my dramas, this and that. But in some point also I feel it's like a filter that doesn't allow me to go deeper. So my question is, how can I do for that to let go, to go beyond? Just
You just have to let go. Like in this moment, you're sad.
Estás triste
You have to move that.
y tienes que mover esa carga.
Like you're very sad.
Estás súper triste.
Once you let go of that, you go deeper.
Una vez que sueltes eso, que lo muevas, vas a ir más profundo.
And you're being exigente.
Estás siendo exigente.
How does it look to go
¿Y
deeper?
cómo se ve ser profundo? Ir profundo.
You don't know,
¿No sabes?
do you?
¿Sí? No,
Nor do I.
tampoco yo.
How does it look?
¿Cómo se ve?
Going deeper. Is that how it looks?
Así se ve.
I don't know. My teachers say it all the
No
time.
sé, mis maestros lo dicen todo el tiempo.
I haven't got a clue what they're
Pero
talking
no
about.
tengo una idea, ni idea de qué me
Machara,
hablan.
explain to me what going deeper
Explícame
means.
qué decir más profundo.
Okay. So you've got the action
La
now.
acción ya la tienes.
To go deeper
Ir más profundo.
is just to let go.
Es realmente soltar.
The ideas,
Soltar las
the
ideas,
control.
soltar el control.
I'm not good enough.
No soy suficientemente buena.
You got a big program of I'm not good enough, no?
Así, tienes un programa grande en eso. No soy suficientemente buena.
And let it go.
Y dejar ir
The
eso.
whole essence of this
La
system
esencia de este sistema
is for you to love yourself.
es para que te ames a ti.
That's it.
Eso es todo.
Once you get that,
Una vez que te das cuenta de eso,
you're free.
ya está, ya eres libre.
It doesn't look a certain
Y
way.
no se ve de una determinada manera.
It just is.
Solo es,
I'm sad, I cry.
estoy triste, lloro.
Oh, my consciousness feels superficial.
Mi conciencia la siento superficial.
Great.
Buenísimo.
Oh, now it feels deep.
Ahora lo siento
Great.
profunda. Buenísimo.
Stop focusing too much
Deja de enfocarte tanto
and go out and give.
y sal a dar.
You know, this is the greatest thing.
Esta es la cosa
When
más
you have
grandiosa,
doubts,
porque cuando tienes dudas,
give.
si sales a dar,
And then these pearls of wisdom will come out of your
perlas de
mouth.
sabiduría van a salir de tu boca.
And then you'll be
Y
clear
ahí vas a estar claro
that you're
que
perfect
estás perfecto.
and everything's
Que
perfect.
todo está perfecto.
The best thing to do is to
La
give.
mejor cosa que puedes hacer es dar.
The best thing.
La mejor de las cosas.
But you're great.
Pero son fantásticas.
You're just sad.
Solo triste estás.
You got me. So I will start this question with a little confession. I know.
Con una pequeña confesión voy a empezar esta pregunta.
Yeah, I'm very tall. I'm very tall Mexican,
Soy una mexicana.
and
Estoy escuchando bien.
and 186. Yes, I'm 186, and
Soy 1,86 y
and I hate to draw attention to me, and it's
odio atraer
so stupid because I'm so tall.
por el hecho de que soy
But
también.
no, everyone, at least my family, tries to teach me like you have to blend in. You don't have to draw attention to yourself.
Enseñado, no tienes que atraer la atención,
So-
tienes que encajar en el grupo.
It's very stupid, and I just want to be me,
Pero solo quiero ser yo
and I don't know how to do it.
y no sé cómo hacerlo.
You're doing it now.
Lo estás haciendo.
Are you that tall? You don't look so
Tan
tall.
alta eres, no pareces tan alta.
For being a Mexican, like everybody's like this, looking to their boobs.
Todo el mundo que llega hasta aquí es.
Yes. And
Okay, so you just have to walk through this.
Solo tienes que atravesar eso.
Like you're doing now.
Como estás haciendo ahora.
And it's great.
Y es buenísimo.
Great.
Buenísimo.
You don't look even slightly Mexican.
Ni siquiera te pareces mexicana.
You got blonde hair, blue eyes. You're what? 186.
186.
Really? Yes. Okay. Just be gentle and loving with
Solo
yourself.
sea amorosa y gentil contigo.
Hmm? Next question.
I'm confused because sometimes you say, don't force it, let it happen. And sometimes you say, force, push. And so I'm a little confused when for me to do this and when to do that.
You know when you're having a baby, they say breathe, breathe, breathe. Then they say push, push, push. It's like that. So you just have to balance the two. Okay, sometimes I push, sometimes I breathe, sometimes I relax. It's a mix. You know, I like to contradict myself. Because you need to decide. You know, people that are very rigid and very violent, I tell them to let go. Okay, the ones that are out of focus and floating around the universe, I say be clearer, be here. You know, it's not generic. It depends on the person I'm talking to, because everyone's different. And you need to find that within yourself. Focus is like this. It's like a laser. It's not like this. So much effort that it's doing this. And it's not like this either. It's just like this. Direct. The quickest path. Focused. Present in the moment. Excellent. Not exigente. Just excellent. Así. Yeah?
Isha.
Hola. Wow, you're this. Whoa, hello.
I want to ask you to see how you can help me. My mom lived with me 6 years and a half after fights with brothers, four brothers were. And the trophy is my mom. So now, in January I was in Uruguay, and I was like tired with my mother that had a stroke. She was fine. I decided her to come and live with me. But afterwards, I had 3 people assisting me and got tired. When I was there, Parvati Lai tells me, but none of your brothers can take care of me, Mom? I said, no. So, in that moment, to be able to go to Lai, we decided between her and I that she was going to a home. But when I came back, she didn't want to be in a home. But I didn't want her to be back with me. So, all my brothers were saying that they wanted her to be in the home. It shows up a niece that wants to take care of her, and she took her to her house. When I came from Lai, I told my mom, you stay in the home and you go with Cynthia, and she decides. I go with Cynthia. Now, we are all fighting between the brothers and sisters. So, in what way? I know that time heals, But we are a disaster. The house of my mom, the money, all that. It's very hard to agree with each other. So.
But your mother's still alive.
Tu mamá está viva ahora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sí, sí, tiene 90 años.
She is 90 years old.
But enjoy her.
Pero disfrutarla. Sí, yo la disfruto.
Okay, and it's good that Cynthia's got her.
Y está bien que tu sobrina la tenga.
If that's what she wants. And what I don't understand why you're fighting over the house and she's still alive.
No entiendo por qué están peleando por la casa y ella está viva todavía.
No sé.
I don't know either. ¿Sabes qué? Tú tienes que soltar.
You need to let go. Just let go. Because there's nothing to do. You know, your mother's alive. You need to enjoy your mother. And then when she leaves, then you make all your decisions. You know, they're like vultures at the door, no? Just let go. She's 90. Just give her as much love as you possibly can. The only thing important in this moment is her. You loving her, you giving to her. It doesn't matter where she is. If she's with her Sabrina, great. But go and visit her, be loving with her, and that's perfect. You're here working on yourself. You know, just let go. You can't fix it now. Everything will become clear. You know, this is what people don't realize. Everyone starts fighting over money and I want this and I want that and that. The truth of the matter is, they have such a profound sadness, losing their mother, but they don't want to look at that. That's why they start fighting over properties. There's some way they feel secure with something external. And you have to go deeper. You have to be more vulnerable with yourself and value what's important. And in this moment, it's your consciousness and your mother. And the worst thing to do is get involved in all of this. Because it doesn't serve. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve anyone. Yeah, just let it be. And focus on your consciousness. And keep doing what you're doing. And all the clarity will come. Hmm? And yeah, of course it's a disaster. Isn't it always? When people are dying and everyone wants something.
Hola. Yesterday I was moving in the meeting. All this thing, my issue with women. How at the end I lose interest with all relationships, and then I get bored if I don't action with that addiction I have, or it hurts me if yes I do, and I'm always in the same going around. I connected, I was crying, but then now I feel good. I don't feel stressed. But since then I'm like this. And they ask me, how are you doing? Well, and I'm like weird. And I connected and I don't feel anything else. I was feeling very good, but I don't like to be like this. And sometimes happen that when I touch new steps, new things, I don't feel dense. In another moments I had the pattern of density, but I feel like in that kind of...
Yeah, because you're attached to your addictions. You're like that. The conquest.
La, 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 la,
But you enjoy it.
Pero la disfrutas.
You enjoy the energy.
Tú disfrutas esa energía.
You like to be there.
Te gusta estar en ese
And now you think there's something wrong.
Y ahora estás pensando que hay algo mal con
So
eso.
it's like someone took your drug away.
Entonces es como si alguien te sacó de pronto la droga.
And now you feel like this.
Y ahora te quedaste así.
So you have to fill this up with love.
Entonces vas a tener que llenar todo.
It doesn't matter what you're doing
Porque en
externally.
realidad no importa qué es lo que hagas o hicieras.
No one says you have to
externamente.
meet someone, get married and have 10 children.
Nadie dice que tienes que conocer a alguien, casarte y tener 10 chicos.
But you have to see the
Pero
adrenaline.
sí tienes que ver el tema de la adrenalina.
And you have to take that back.
Y llevar eso de vuelta.
Because
Porque
ultimately,
en última instancia,
you always suffer.
siempre vas a sufrir.
You always suffer.
Siempre sufres.
And then you like the other
Y
energy.
luego te gusta la otra energía.
That dense energy,
Esa
that
energía densa,
where you go down.
en la que te vas hacia abajo.
And you have to stabilize
Y
that.
tienes que estabilizar.
So it has nothing to do with the
Así
outside.
no tiene nada que ver con lo afuera.
It's not that there's something wrong with you.
No es que hay algo malo contigo.
Well, not much.
Bueno, no hay mucho.
It's okay.
Está bien así.
You know, you're having fun.
Te estás divirtiendo.
And I think you pressure yourself too.
Y me parece también que te pones bajo presión.
Like you have to be a certain
Y
way.
tendrías que ser de una determinada
You just have to
manera.
be happy.
Solo tienes que ser feliz.
Enjoy yourself.
Disfrutarte.
But without the peaks and ebbs and flows. Without
Pero sin
the highs and lows,
Sin
sorry.
más altas y bajas.
Yeah?
¿Sí?
Just be like that.
Solo ser así.
Well, now I'm healing.
Ah, estoy sanando ahora.
I feel like this.
Me siento así.
It's okay.
Y está bien.
You're not going to get depressed.
No te vas a deprimir ahora.
You've changed.
Tú has cambiado ya.
You get scared when you get into that
Y
energy.
cuando te acercas a esa energía te asustas.
You see?
¿Viste?
But it's nothing like it was.
Pero no es nada comparado con lo que era.
Before it was like a black cloud.
Antes sí era como una nube negra.
No, no.
Ahora no, para
It's just
nada.
like this.
Así que, así.